All right, what up, y'all? So, front doors, they going along, but I'm gonna go ahead and catch up with the back doors. So, this time, since I didn't do it last time, I'm gonna go ahead and router this edge so I can put the fleece on here and staple it down so it'll be anchored a little tighter on here, which is not a problem on these, but I figure I can just go ahead and get that part out the way so there's less to worry about. Less to glass and all of that. So, got my rabbit and bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip these over and start cutting. Alright, so fast forward a few minutes. I got the grooves cut in this. So this is where I'm gonna staple the actual fabric all the way around this. And then I got the armrest cut out of this. I still gotta cut some back here, but this was just to get the main portion out the way. But the armrests are cut, so this is gonna sit somewhat like this. So the door, it shouldn't be too much bigger than what it already is, like naturally. So I just got to cut this part out so this will drop down a little bit more so it'll sit kind of flush. Same with that side. And then it'll be time to fleece it up. And these came, they already had a speaker in this part, so I'm waiting on the customer to let me know if he want to keep a speaker in this door or not. Because if not, I just get rid of the whole speaker and just it'll be nothing but a TV back here. But if he wants to keep a speaker, then I might end up I might do the TV kind of low like this, and then kind of set up another frame for a speaker up here for that the 6.5 that was cut in here. So I don't know. I'm waiting on a reply on that before I do too much. So I'll probably go ahead and cut this extra, at least cut the extra bit off of this armrest, get that out the way. And then, yep, it'll be time to staple this fabric and get it back going to this at this level with these, which is a different card, but, same time. These are the ones going with these back doors, so I got one layer on these. Once I get these up to this level, I'll do the other 2 layers for all 6 doors. It'll be 3 layers of glass on each door, so that's enough to deal with this kind of stuff. It'll be strong enough. That's what I got on mine, just 3 layers, and it's no weight on mine, but still, this is 3 layers of glass, so it's holding pretty steady. So that's about it. But yeah, let me go ahead and get this stapler going and get back at y'all once that's ready. So I'm back. I stapled this material onto the screen part. I don't know if you can tell or not, but this is that groove that I was cutting in the wood earlier. So stapled everything down on that. Just get a blade, run across, and I cut out this piece, so this will be wide open. And after that, I still gotta mount this wood ring to the door, so I still gotta do some more cutting over here to make room for the thickness of the screen. Then after that, yep, it'll be time to mount it and staple this to the edges of the actual door like I did those. And just when you get to that point, just know you're gonna run through a lot of staples. Like if you do it right, you're gonna have a lot of staples. So buy a big box of staples or buy several little boxes. So depending on how much work you're actually doing. I'm almost out of these, but I got another box over here somewhere. So just get ready for that, and yep. Step by step, we're getting a little closer. Alright, so I'm back. I got the screen under here, so let's get your knife and just cut along the edge. All the way around. And now you can see what you're working with your frame. So your frame is open now. Screen is here. All of this is where your glass is going to come through and end up. I'm going to go ahead and staple this little corner down again right here. Just to make sure it's tight. And I'm going to do the same right there. But that's that. I'm going to screw this TV into the frame. And then I'm going to trim this door some more and kind of set it up to a point where I feel like it's, I'm comfortable with it, and I open up the back some more. That way, once I fiberglass it in, I can unscrew the TV, take it out the back. Just in case anything ever happens to the TV, it'll be easy to go in from behind it, get the screen out, put a new screen in, and screw it up, and you'll be good as new. So the name of the game is to keep all of this stuff easy to be able to replace or to fix if anything goes wrong. So, just plan ahead. All right. I put the TV mount back on the door, traced it out so I could see exactly where the whole shape is going to be. And so now that it's traced, I'm going to cut it out again, but this time I'm not going to cut on the line. I'm going to cut in some. So this should cut out the whole opening for the actual screen, that all of this. And I'm going to leave a little bit for the wood to kind of lay up against, and I can use part of this to actually mount the wood, so it'll have, like, I can get my stilts and all for the wood to be there. The back will be cut wide open so I can take the screen in and out once the fiberglass gets started. Because right now I got the screen, let's see, like this one. Fabric is cut out, the actual screen is screwed in. So if you look at it, I got the screen screwed into the wood from behind, so it'll hold in there. And then whenever the time comes where screen needs to be replaced, or if you want to take the screens out, paint the door a different color, wrap it or something like that, you'll be able to do so without having to tape this screen off and try not to mess it up through the process. So got my cutoff wheel, so this is ready. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this door out, test fit this on there, get that how I want it. Then I'm gonna do the same for that one, and then I'll finally be ready to actually staple all this stuff down and start glassing and get it going along with these. Alright, so I got the whole square cut out. Now the TV kind of sits pretty much flush right on top of this, so once you move all of this down, you'll see the screen will sit almost flush, about as flush with this part of the door as you can get, with the back of it still kind of having enough room to breathe and all of that. And you can still reach it from behind, unscrew it, and take it in and out. So, time to cut this one. What I'm gonna do is the same way I did the speaker rings and stuff. I'm just gonna hot glue it down here. I'm gonna add like some little wood pieces in between this little gap. Hot glue that in, hot glue here. Add some little wood pieces over there and some long wood pieces right here, just to keep the balance and all of that. And then, yep, it'll be glass time. Alright, so both of these are fleeced all the way up, stapled, everything stapled down. I got this part cut out on both sides just because without the armrest part, it's going to be nothing really screwing this to the door other than this screw. So I figure I'll at least leave this one open, so that'll screw it down. So at least be 2 screws holding it along with all the push-in tabs that go with it. So I'm going to go ahead and mix up some resin real quick and let this soak and let this, heat from the sun kind of dry this out a little bit while I make a run. So when I'm back, this will be ready for the mat. Alright, resin is dry on this. It's time to go ahead and mix some more up and get this mat going. I already got all of this torn up. I figured out through the process of doing a few doors that it's better to just tear this up into pieces instead of trying to cut them out into little squares and all of that. Just tearing them, you get more of a natural feel with all the fabric, so you don't have to worry about sharp edges laid up on top of other stuff, crooked and all of that, when you actually laying everything down. So it just seemed to work a lot better this way, just laying it like so. And like if you get two pieces, it's a lot easier to blend rough edges like that than straight edge going this way and maybe a straight edge going that way. So just work out a lot easier that way. But as always, start off with your resin. This one, you know, just the regular, got it from the store resin. It's 10 drops of hardener per ounce. And these little things are usually about 4 ounces. So somewhere around 40 drops depending on how close to full you get this going. And then, you know, regular 2-inch brush is what I use. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this going and try to get this first layer together. Alright, so these first layer is done, just letting them dry. This one is pretty much dry. I think this one was out here earlier, so that's dry. I just slid this one out a minute ago, so it hadn't dried just yet. But let that dry, and then tomorrow I'm gonna come back and do another layer on all of the doors. So that'll be the second layer, and I'm gonna try to do 3 layers on all of them. And then once that's done, I'll trim all of this extra off and scuff it up a little bit and get ready for Bondo.